Solve the system of nonlinear equations. Y equal negative 2x plus 4 and y equals square root of x plus 1. So if you notice, we have here a linear equation. The first one is a linear equation, but the second one isn't. You have here a radical equation. So let's solve the system. We can go ahead and solve the system using substitution because we have y equal to y. So we set them equal to each other, okay? So we replace this y with the value in here. We can do that. So we have negative 2x plus 4 equal to square root of x plus 1. Now we need to solve this radical equation. We need to isolate the square root of x. So we subtract 1 on both sides, and we get negative 2x plus 3 equal to square root of x. Now we solve for x by raising both sides of the equation to the second power. If you want to write the square root of x on the left side, we can do that. We can do square root of x equal to negative 2x plus 3, or if you want to write 3 minus 2x, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now we raise both sides of the equation to the second power. Why do we do that? We want to get rid of the radical here. The square cancels the square root. So these cancel each other. What comes out is the x. And now what we need to do is we need to expand this. You can use the formula a plus b square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Or you just can expand them like this. You can rewrite them at negative 2x plus 3 times negative 2x plus 3. So we can do that. We can use the FOIL. Negative 2x times negative 2x is positive 4x squared. So negative 2x times 3 is negative 6x. Positive 3 times negative 2x, that's also negative 6x. 3 times 3, that gives us a 9. Simplifying it, we get 4x squared minus negative 6x. Negative 6x is negative 12x plus 9. So what we have here is 4x squared minus 2x plus 9. Now we have a quadratic equation. What we need to do is we need to make one side equal to 0. So we need to take that x to the other side. So we subtract x on both sides, and we get a 0 equal to, what we get here is 4x squared minus 13x plus 9. Now here we have a quadratic equation. You can solve it by factoring if you can, or you can use the quadratic equation. I'm going to go ahead and try to solve it by factoring. So let's see, we have 4x squared, that could be 2x to x, or 4x and x. Since this is not a perfect square trinomial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 4x and x. Let's try to do that. So we have 4x and x. 9 is 3 times 3, or 9 times 1. So let's see what we can do. We need the middle term to be negative 13. And the constant is positive 9. So they're both going to be negative. So would it be negative 3, or negative 9, negative 1? So let's see, 3 and 3, 12. If we put a 3 here, that gives 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times x is negative 15. That's not what we have. So this couldn't be the case in here. By the way, they're both going to have to be negative. So this is not a possibility, because if you plug it in and do the FOIL, you realize that's not the right factoring. But let's try negative 9, negative 1. If we put a negative 9 here, negative 9 times 4 is negative 36. That's very large, so that's not going to work out. But if you put a negative 9 here and negative 1 here, you realize that's going to work. You have here negative 9 times x is negative 9x. 4x times negative 1, negative 4x. If you add them up, you're going to get what? Negative 13x. And that's what you have. So that's the right factoring. So now that I have the right factoring, I can set each factor containing the variable equal to 0 because their product is 0. So we have 4x minus 9 equal to 0 or x minus 1 equal to 0. Solving for x, we add both sides. We add 9 to both sides. We get 4x equal to 9. And then we have, we divide by 4. We get x equal 9 over 4. And now we add both sides by 1 here. We get x equal to 1. So we're not done yet. We solved for x. Now we need to solve for y. You can plug it in either the first equation or the second equation. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in the second equation. To me, that's slightly easier. So if we go ahead and bring this down, we get y equal to square root of x plus 1. So y equal to square root of x is 9 over 4 plus 1. So this is using x equal 9 over 4. Now we get y equal to square root of 9 divided by 4. That's going to come out. That's going to be 3 over 2 plus 1. Now the answer is going to be a fraction. That's fine. We're going to add them up. So here we have a denominator 1. We have to multiply here by 2, here by 2. We get y equal 3 over 2 plus 2 over 2, which is 3 plus 2, 5 over 2. So one solution is 9 over 4, 5 over 2. That's one solution right here. Now we have x equal 1. We're going to plug it in the same equation. So we have y equals square root of x, which is 1 plus 1. So y equals square root of 1 is 1 plus 1, which is 2. So the second solution is 1, 2. So our solutions for this system of nonlinear equations are 9 over 4, 5 over 2, and 1, 2. You enter these solutions in your homework separated by comma.